Good morning. This is Send 7, World News in 7 minutes. I'm Juliet Martin, and today is Thursday, the 18th of April, 2024. Starting in Europe today. In Ukraine, at least 17 people were killed and 60 were wounded in a Russian airstrike on Chernihiv yesterday, according to Ukrainian officials. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said this would not have happened if Ukraine had received sufficient air defense equipment and if the world's determination to counter Russian terror had been sufficient. Russia's Supreme Court has annulled the verdict of treason against physicist Valery Golubkin. Golubkin was arrested in 2021 and sentenced to 12 years in prison for passing information about high-speed experimental flying vehicles to a NATO member. Golubkin pleaded not guilty. The case will now have a new hearing. Africa. In South Africa, detectives are investigating 3 incidents where 8 people are believed to have been murdered yesterday. South Africa has one of the highest murder rates in the world. Sudan has been pledged more than €2 billion in a conference in France, according to French President Emmanuel Macron. The civil war between Sudan's army and the paramilitary Rapid Support Forces has now been going on for more than a year. The donors include the European Union, France, Germany, Britain, and the United States. Asia and Oceania. Japan experienced an earthquake with a magnitude of 6.4 yesterday, according to the Japan Meteorological Agency. The Ehime and Kochi prefectures were affected. In the Solomon Islands, vote counting for the parliamentary election will begin today. Opposition parties say that voters are concerned about health services, education, and roads. Prime Minister Manasseh Sogavare signed a security pact with China in 2022. Some opponents have criticised this pact. In Afghanistan, it is difficult for female entrepreneurs to access capital, according to a study by the United Nations Development Programme. Afghanistan's Taliban hasn't banned women from work, but the study showed that 5% of female entrepreneurs were able to get credit from a bank or financial institution. 70% of female entrepreneurs couldn't travel to a local market without a male guardian. The Americas. The Barbados ambassador to the Caribbean community, David Commission, has called for a new international special tribunal on transatlantic slavery and its legacies. He said, "Let us resolve to put in the international advocacy work to successfully deliver the creation of this critical institution at the UN General Assembly." On Tuesday, United Nations Secretary-General Antonio Guterres said that racism was based on centuries of enslavement and colonialism, and that reparations should be used to tackle it. In Canada, 6 people have been arrested and 3 more are being sought over the largest gold heist in Canadian history. The suspects forged a document to steal 6,600 gold bars and $2.5 million Canadian dollars arriving from Switzerland last year. In a United States Senate hearing, Former senior manager at Boeing, Ed Pearson, said that Boeing continues to conceal the truth about the safety of their planes. Boeing is the world's largest aerospace company and the leading manufacturer of commercial jetliners.
I've done everything I can to continue telling the world the MAX airplane is still unsafe and to alert authorities to Boeing's dangerous manufacturing. The manufacturing conditions that led to the two 737 MAX disasters also led to the Alaskan blowout accident, and these conditions continue. The world is shocked to learn about Boeing's current production quality issues. I'm not surprised because nothing changed after the two crashes. There was no accountability. Boeing's corporate leaders continue to conceal the truth. They continue to mislead and deceive the public about the safety of the planes. That is the safety culture at the top of the Boeing company right now.
And in France, 8 vintage Alfa Romeo cars will go on auction on Sunday. The 1969 Tipo 33-2 racing model is expected to sell for up to 2.5 million euros. That's your world news in 7 minutes. If you enjoy this podcast, please tell your friends about us. You can get in touch with us in a voice message at send7.org or by sending an email to podcast@send7.org. I'm Juliet Martin. Tomorrow you will be with Stephen Devincenzi. Have a great day.